Hello, you're watching Shalom World News. I'm Katie Asco from Dublin, Ireland, and these are your latest headlines from around the world. Unidentified armed men have killed 37 people, including 14 children in the southwest part of Niger on Monday, August 16th. A local journalist told AFP Wire Service that the men arrived on motorbikes and shot at anything that moved. According to New York-based Human Rights Watch, already this year 420 civilians have been killed by armed gangs in the country, and tens of thousands of people have been forced to flee from affected regions. These attacks are part of a wider front by jihadist outfits linked to Al-Qaeda and the Islamic State. The Holy Father, Pope Francis, has joined bishops of North and South America in appealing to people to receive vaccinations against COVID-19, describing it as an act of love. In a video message produced in collaboration with the Ad Council, the pontiff lauded the efforts of researchers and scientists in developing what he described to be safe and effective COVID-19 vaccines. However, many bishops across the world have voiced their objections to the vaccine and its rollout. On August 6th, the Catholic bishops of Colorado wrote that forcing people to receive inoculation was a violation of, quote, personal freedoms of conscience and expression. Acts of vandalism targeting Catholic churches are continuing in the US state of New York. In the latest incident, a newly installed statue of St Bernadette outside a church in Queens, New York City, was knocked down on Wednesday, August 18th. Authorities report that a man scaled the fence of St Michael's Church around 3:30 a.m. and toppled the statue of the saint, which was installed this summer in memory of those who have lost their lives due to COVID-19. The vicar of St Michael's, Father Vincentius Doe, urged the public to respect church property and said he is praying along with the parish community for the person who committed this act against their church. Also in New York City, 1 week ago, a woman hurled a fiery projectile at the statue of Our Lady outside a church in the Bronx, and the act of vandalism was caught on camera. Pope Francis has expressed solidarity with the community of Plymouth in southwestern England, which saw a mass shooting on August 12th. The incident took the lives of 6 people, including the shooter. During the vigil for the dead that took place on Tuesday, August 17th, at the Cathedral of St Mary and St Boniface, Bishop of Plymouth, Monsignor Mark O'Toole, read out the condolence message from the Holy Father. The pontiff said he commends the souls of all those who died to the loving mercy of God, adding that he implored the divine gifts of healing and consolation upon the injured and the bereaved. Imparting his apostolic blessing, His Holiness prayed that Christ the Redeemer grants everyone the strength to renounce violence. The incident has been the worst mass shooting in Great Britain in more than a decade. The president of the Pontifical Academy for Life has warned of a new form of eugenics which rejects the right to life of the unhealthy and the disabled. In an interview with Vatican News marking 5 years in office, Archbishop Vincenzo Paglia expressed his concern over a new concept of life focused on youth and health. He denounced the idea that whoever is not healthy shouldn't be allowed to be born and urged the Church to remind everyone that frailty and natural weakness are part of human nature. His Excellency concluded with the words, "No one must be left behind." Pro-lifers in Texas are celebrating a Court of Appeals ruling that upholds a state law which bans dismemberment abortions using forceps during second trimester pregnancies. The Media and Communications Director of Texas Right to Life, Kimberlyn Schwartz, hailed the ruling of the Federal Appeals Court in New Orleans on Wednesday, August 17th, and expressed gratitude to the judges for acknowledging the horror of dismembering a child's body. The law was originally passed in 2017 and mandates that forceps should not be used to remove a fetus without first injecting a drug or using a suction procedure to make sure the child has already passed away. Elsewhere in Texas, the City Council of Brownsboro has voted to protect the unborn, becoming the 37th city in the state declared a sanctuary city for the unborn. The council passed an ordinance making most abortions illegal in the city, meaning no abortion clinic can operate in Brownsboro. Passing the ordinance, Mayor Dusty Wise said that it was logical and essential as it protects the life of the unborn. Brownsboro City is the 15th city in East Texas to receive the title Sanctuary City for the Unborn. Waxham was the first city in the state to prohibit abortions in June 2019, and since then dozens more Texan cities have followed suit. The head of the US Archdiocese for the Military Services, Archbishop Timothy Broglio, has said that the fall of Afghanistan and the departure of its elected leaders are matters of grave concern. The Archbishop has said that as Taliban fighters have overrun the capital, Kabul, there is a possibility of the violation of rights of women and girls. The prelate also called for prayers for the Afghani people and appealed to believers to support the humanitarian efforts for the unrest-hit nation. Without much resistance, the extremist Islamic organization was able to gain control over Kabul on August 15th. Subsequently, the nation's president Ashraf Ghani stepped down from office and fled the country. Those are your latest headlines. Do join us again tomorrow and visit swnews.org for more updates. Shalom.